Inform Swordfish 1 to stand by. I'll see to the wounded shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Kokomi, how have you been?
Captain of Swordfish 2. Glad to have you back on Watatsumi Island. I would have liked to have given you a grand reception, but as you can see...
What's going on?
Not long ago, I hosted the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. It's the most important ceremony on Watatsumi Island. I'm guessing you'll have heard about it from Tsuyuko?
What? How did you know we were the ones helping out Tsuyuko this whole time?
Tsuyuko is one of the more conscientious shrine maidens of Sangonomiya. I knew that handing off the planning of the ceremony to her would play to her strengths.
E aí galera do YouTube, tudo bom com vocês? Eu não pensava que essa missão ia ser importante não, mas acabou que vai ser, ó. Tem dublagem, se tem dublagem então a missão é importante. Vamos ver do que se trata, né? Terminei aqui agora a missão lá da... Eu sei lá, nem sei como explicar, fera. Eu só fui rushando a missão que apareceu nova. É pra pegar um novo catalisador grátis. Cheguei aqui em economia agora e tô falando com a Kokomi.
Anyway, I'm sure Tsuyuko will have told you that the Watatsumi Goryo ceremony is a ceremony to reverse the holy soil phenomenon on Watatsumi Island. It's a bleaching process that slowly turns the earth to holy soil, leaving the land infertile and devastating agricultural production.
Oh. Okay.
Granted, crops aren't our staple food on Watatsumi Island, but I can't allow external forces to drastically alter the people's diet, and we certainly shouldn't be overly reliant on imports.
Exato.
Hyman doesn't quite follow.
Imagine all you had to eat from now on was radishes.
Oh.
Or fish or meat. Clearer now?
That would be terrible.
Pai, mão.
Began with the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri. I did not miss a single step during the ritual, and there's no question that the blood branch coral you retrieved was infused with the Omikami's power.
Certo, então qual é o problema?
But it didn't reverse the holy soil phenomenon as expected. Instead it just paused. This has never happened before in history.
Que diria, não é mesmo? E quem vai resolver isso?
This is ultimately a matter of Watatsumi Island's survival. So I sent as many people as I could spare to Enkanomiya to investigate the situation.
Okay.
News from Stingray 3 was that all of Enkanomiya is engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled. Additionally, there have also been reports of monsters.
Nunca ninguém havia visto?
No one has ever seen before.
Suspeito.
Strange monsters and an all-engulfing darkness.
Pera, Inazuma?
That's all that Stingray 3 has reported.
Não é a mesma coisa que rolou em Inazuma, não é?
Has yielded no useful information, and the unforgiving environment has caused many casualties so far. I have sent several rescue teams already, but so far, the situation does not look promising.
Não é a mesma parada que rolou em Inazuma, não é?
Pleasure to have to ask, but on behalf of all of Watatsumi Island, I beseech you, please, lend us your assistance one more time.
Mas é claro.
Thank you. Now, please, come with me to meet Tsuyuko.
Ok. Let's go. Ah, quem diria? Eu tô só fazendo uma missãozinha de nada aqui e do nada iniciou uma missão sinistra. Eu devia ter suspeitado, cara, porque pra pegar a espada lá especial com o Albedo também tinha uma missão sinistra bem da hora. Pra pegar o arco de proficiência lá também, não foi, se não me engano? E também teve a espada do Albedo. A nova espada do Albedo também teve uma missão bem da hora. Eu devia ter suspeitado, mas tudo bem. Eu só vou gravar um pouquinho. Quando eu ver que eu posso parar pra tranquilizar, né? Parar de forma tranquila pra, né? Gravar em outro dia, aí eu paro. Que eu não tava planejando gravar vídeo hoje, não.
I did wonder. Hope you're both having a wonderful date so far.
Yes.
Cut the comedy, Tsuyuko, or I may have to have you and Naki switch posts next year. In which case, you'd be in charge of Spectre Eco Management on Watatsumi Island.
No need, I'll stop. So, since the two of you are here together, I assume it's about Enkanomiya?
Isso.
Kokomi filled us in on what's been going on.
Kokomi.
Oi, stop it. A cara dela.
Right. Well, as I'm sure Her Excellency has told you, an ominous darkness has completely engulfed Enkanomiya. At the same time, strange humanoid monsters have appeared when the place should be completely deserted.
Humanoid monsters?
O povo não para de chipar a gente com todo mundo, cara. Oxi,
I know it sounds
aí
ridiculous,
complica.
but we're not talking about one spook soldier hallucinating in the
É
darkness.
com Yai, é com
All the
Ei.
wounded who returned to Sangonomiya have described seeing the same thing. On top of this,
Jim, Bárbara.
even ordinary enemies seem to grow much stronger in the darkness.
Só
That's
não,
why Stingray 3 has sustained
só não
so
faz
many
um
casualties.
casalzinho com
There's
Beidou,
one other
Ningguang,
thing that the returning soldiers have mentioned.
Ilha,
This shrine
Ember.
who calls herself
Que aí,
Sumi
né?
has been helping to treat the wounded.
Tsumi?
A Yaka também faz um combozinho.
I don't recall there being any record of a shrine maiden by that name in Sangonomiya.
That's the thing. There isn't one. But she held something called a Sento ceremony, which managed to keep a small area in the very center of Enkanomiya.
Deixa eu prestar atenção na história.
Thanks to her, the wounded soldiers have a safe zone where they can recuperate.
Nice.
Sento. I've seen this term in the Deep Sea Healing Arts Compendium. But it's a ceremony that only works in Enkanomiya, so it was never brought to Watatsumi Island.
Ué.
I'd love to meet this
Por que só
Tsumi,
funciona em economia?
but right now,
Tsumi.
helping the wounded has to be my top priority.
Your
Deixa que eu vou
Excellency,
lá ver a Tsumi.
even if you had no duties at all right now, there's still no way we'd let you go down there. Enkanomiya is exceedingly dangerous right now. Only preeminent warriors like the Traveler and Paimon should venture there.
Yep, absolutely. 100%. This is a job only we can handle.
Ah, Paimon, tu é tão fácil de ser enrolada.
We've worked together plenty of times in the past, after all.
Do you
É
have
só
any other
tentar
information
inflar o
about
ego da
Tsumi?
Paimon que você consegue,
There
que você
was
quer.
mention that she wears a strange mask that
Mask
covers the
estranha?
upper half of her face.
Fatui?
How interesting. What is she trying to hide?
Vamos lá dar uma
Your
olhada.
Excellency, in my humblest of opinions, Sumi has shown nothing but goodwill so far. Since the situation is so critical, we don't have the resources to make other defense arrangements and cast suspicion
Tá
on our
complicado, hein?
allies.
I see what you mean.
A voz dela em
Instructed
inglês me
Swordfish
incomoda um
1 to
pouco.
proceed to Enkanomiya and continue evacuating the wounded. Traveler, you can go with them.
Ok.
Swordfish 1 will escort you to the camp at the center of Enkanomiya. Also, please, take this with you.
Oh? What the?
What's this? Looks like a missing piece of
You don't say, genius.
Just a little trinket. When you are faced with a difficult choice, it might be able to help you.
Ok.
Your Excellency. But isn't that...
Watatsumi Island doesn't need it anymore. Besides, both of the other two pieces are in Enkanomiya. If we're lucky enough, this could be our chance to reunite them.
Faz sentido.
Understood, Your Excellency.
Ninguém melhor do que eu.
Okay. Emergency measures to hold the Three Realms Gateway offering now underway.
I apologize for the trouble. Now please excuse me.
Fica à vontade.
I need to tend to the wounded.
A gente vai fazer o que a gente sabe fazer de melhor, matar
Let me
monstros.
know once you're ready.
Aventura e escuridão de Ueno. Da economia com o Ueno. Ueno, onde é que eu acho o Ueno? Tá mandando eu vir pra cá. Esse cara aqui? E aí, meu parça?
Are you ready to venture into the dark shroud of Enconomia?
Claro.
All right.
Eu só preciso me teleportar pra fora de lá, né? Mesmo, né? Eu acho. Tomara que seja assim. E chega Dainichimikoti. Dainichimikoti. Quem é Dainichimikoti? Dainichimikoti. Por que a tela tá toda preta? Oh, cutscene. Oh, tá sinistra a situação. Que da hora, mano.
Here's hoping I have the chance.
Vai fazer o quê?
Next year, I'm going to apply for Swordfish 1 to be redeployed into Spectre management. Because if it's that, or spend more time in Enconomia, I'll take my chance with the Spectres.
Nossa.
Those armor monsters closing in on you. It's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Totally understand.
Anyway, we should be safe for now. There shouldn't be any more danger from here on out.
Quem é esse? Do nada, mano.
What's up?
E aí, Yabe? Yabe?
It's Yabe, the odd guy from
Yabe.
Stingray 3.
You seem kind of chipper compared to all the other soldiers.
Do I? Well, I've pretty much always loved horror stories and ghost stories and stuff. Ever since I was a kid. This trip to Enconomia is something else, though. Totally mind-blowing. Super fun. 10 out of 10. Would come again.
Meu Deus.
Totally do not understand.
Well, I mean...
Qual é, pai, mano? Não
it's
entendo de
pretty
gíria,
sweet
não,
to
é?
have the chance to come to Enconomia. I actually kind of wanted to look into the Bunkoku puzzle while I'm here. It's the first of the 4 great puzzles of Enconomia.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Ele é um
We're the
geek.
ones that'll have to come rescue you.
Alright, well, never mind that. There's a makeshift camp at the top of those steps over there. Yeah, you should head up and catch some rest if you haven't been there yet.
Ok. Que... Pera. O que é isso? Oh, olha a situação da parada, como é que tá? Ô, louco, meu. Ok. Tá mais sinistro do que eu esperava. A mulher da máscara.
Taking care of the wounded. That must be Sumi.
Sumi.
Let's go ask her about what's been going on.
Vamos ver quem é essa Tsumi. Review yourself. Tsumi. É alguém que a gente conhece?
Are different from
Não,
all the
não é.
others. Are you human?
Como assim?
Well, she is, obviously. Just not a native of Watatsumi Island, that's all.
É.
And you?
E aí, que máscara é essa,
A
mano?
human hatchling?
Cria humana.
Oh, really? Because I thought that humans lose the ability to fly when they reach adulthood. Just like the Bathismal Bishops lose the
What the?
ability to see in color when they reach maturity.
Sumi, you seem to know a lot about bishops.
Wait, how do you know my name?
Oh, the wounded soldiers mentioned you.
Oh,
Greetings. My name is Ueno, acting captain of Swordfish 1. We're here to evacuate the wounded and support the traveler's investigation.
The Traveler.
Swordfish 1 needs to rest and reorganize before commencing the evacuation. I'll see you later.
Ok.
so you're here to help resolve this, hmm?
Yeah.
Very well. It's taking all the energy I have to keep this light shining. I don't have the strength to try and combat the spreading darkness, too.
Deixa isso com a gente.
Understand what's going on?
The Void Realm is invading. The people of Yaku-Yakoku believe that there are 3 realms. The Bishop Realm, the Human Realm, and the Void Realm. The darkness spreading in Enconomia comes from the Void Abyss. Neither bishops nor humans can endure it.
Suspeitei.
Don't Bathismal bishops like the dark?
No. They hate the light.
but only because down here in the depths, the presence of light signifies human activity.
Ah, saquei.
In fact, the Bishop realm is the realm of pure primordial elemental beings. It's actually referred to as the
Reino
light
da
wing in
luz.
most books. The 7 sovereigns of the light realm are the 7 foremost elemental dragons at the pinnacle of the raw and primitive elemental forces.
Aham.
So that's why Suyuko called this the Three Realms Gateway Offering.
3 realms gateway offering. Not far off the mark, actually. But technically, I think it should be called the
Portão
Triangle
triangular.
Gateway Offering. Because the source of the darkness from the void is the 3 towers at the corners of Enkonomiya's triangular borders.
Oh, the 3 towers! The ones where we did those trials!
You've been there before?
Claro.
It's a long story.
Oh,
By the way, Sumi, what's up with the weird mask?
to hide my face. It
É meio óbvio.
has to do with some things that happened as I was growing up. I just don't want to scare anyone. That's all. Does that make me untrustworthy in your eyes?
No, not at all. You've been helping the wounded all this time. Everyone must be super grateful to you. It's just that...
Ai. Traída. Ah, pelo outro carinha, né?
Can't say I really understand what you're talking about. Anyway, if you want to rid this darkness from Enkonomiya, you can come to me for guidance. Of course, if you can trust me.
Ok.
I'm going inside to tend to the wounded and check in with the new arrivals. Please excuse me.
Ok.
What are we gonna do? Paimon really wants to trust Sumi, but...
Só por causa da máscara?
Oh, how about we go ask the wounded?
Sério?
Greetings.
Hello, we'd like to ask you about the masked shrine maiden, Sumi.
Because of her strange mask? Well, you've come to the right person.
Oh.
I was one of the first people that she rescued. Straight away, I thought there was something very weird going on. Who is this shrine maiden who knows the lost ceremonies of Enkonomiya? And why is she covering her face with a mask? So I started pestering her about it. I wasn't going to let up until I got an answer. There weren't so many people around at the time, so eventually she let me look behind the mask. It was actually pretty normal for the most part. There's just one thing she's trying to hide. Her eyes have snake-like pupils, thin vertical lines.
Whoa.
Besteirão.
Weren't you scared?
I probably would have been if every Watatsumi Islander wasn't so familiar with our legends.
Né?
Or I should say, our history. The first familiars of the Watatsumi Omikami were the vassals of Watatsumi. Legend has it that they are a half-human, half-snake kind who helped our ancestors fight back the Bathismal bishops. They were said to have disappeared long ago. But then Sumi showed up, and as soon as I saw her snake eyes, I instinctively trusted her. It's like the vassals have returned to help us in our moment of need. I'm no expert by any means, but I think Tsumi can be trusted.
Ok. Curti. Tem que perguntar mais gente? Pra quê? Eu gostei da história dele. Não precisa saber mais nada não.
Hello, what can I help you with?
Hi there. We wanted to ask you what you know about the masked shrine maiden, Sumi.
I see. What are you looking to know exactly? I've tried asking if she's seeing anyone, you know, or
See?
whether
Really?
she's looking right now, but she seems pretty tight-lipped about her love life.
What the fuck?
Not what we meant at all. We were more wondering, do you think there's anything suspicious about her?
Suspicious. Suspicion, the unknowable, the unpredictable, unexplored territory.
Ah, rádio de uma banho.
Mysterious?
O cara só quer saber de conquistar ela, mano.
Being serious. Okay, look. If I had to pick one thing about her that's suspicious, I'd say, okay, 2 things. Number 1, her mask. It's pretty scary. I don't know why she chose it. Number 2, some kind of pendant fell out of her sleeve when she was bandaging me up. It looked like it was a broken off piece of something.
Oh, eu tenho um pedaço
So
quebrado.
maybe when you put them together, it makes a whole. Huh. Maybe the other half is held by Sumi's lifelong sweetheart.
Eu.
Sounds like you hit the nail on the head, so...
Eu tenho um pedaço. Tem que falar com mais alguém? Ah, o cara que tá caído no chão. Ele pode falar?
They're resting. Let's not disturb.
Né? Acabou?
Since we've got enough answers now, let's find somewhere to recap what we know so far.
Uhul.
Just inside the room. It'd be a bit awkward if she hears us talking about her behind your back. Sumi's mask hides her snake eyes,
Uhum.
which the people of Watatsumi Island believe to be a distinguishing feature of Orabaxi's vassals.
Isso.
Based on her actions, it seems like all she wants to do is protect the people of Watatsumi Island.
Exato.
And from what she said, she's doing everything she can to combat
Acertou de novo, pai irmão.
in Enkanomiya. So she seems pretty trustworthy.
Eu concordo.
Let's go talk to her about working together.
Beleza. Eu confio nela. Eu gostei dela. É só entrar aqui que ela tá aqui dentro. Hello! It's me you're looking for. I can see in your eyes.
So,
I can
how's it
see
going?
in your smile.
Have you made a decision?
Sim.
Let's team up to tackle the darkness.
Okay, then take this. It's called the Bokuso box.
Ah,
I found it in the Dainichi Mikoshi when I was looking
Huh?
for a solution. Actually, the Dainichi Mikoshi was where I found the method and tools for the Sento ceremony. Lucky I can read human writing.
Why wouldn't you be able to? Or did you mean it's lucky that you can read the ancient Enkanomian script?
Oh, nothing. I just meant the script in the Deep Sea Healing Arts Compendium. I don't actually know if it's ancient or modern.
mais confusa
Never
fica.
mind all that. Let's get back to business.
Ela é um animal
The
transformado em
Bokuso box
humano.
collects light.
Literalmente,
It will
provavelmente.
dispel the darkness from the void within a small radius. So, for example, with the power of the Bokuso box, you can turn monsters affected by the darkness back into their original forms. As
Oh.
it happens, there are some monsters causing trouble around the camp. Go and try out the Bokuso box on them.
Ok. Me dá o Dokusoboxu. Dokusoyu. Dokusosoyu, boy. The Boxu. Tem 300 paradinhas, não sei o que é isso não. Deixa eu ver o que, é que tem aqui liberado. Isso aqui que eu tô querendo. Avançar para a missão, já tô fazendo. Mas ainda não liberei pra... Ah, beleza. Deixa eu ligar o ventilador aqui um pouquinho. Beleza, vamos ver do que se trata esses tais monstros. Onde é que eles estão? Aqui? Oh. Prau! Oh, saquei.
Illusion shattered!
Access denied.
Ah, entendi. Tipo, a questão
Fighter.
é a seguinte, eles não morrem, mas eu posso causar danos neles. Ok. Ah, menos mal. Quando eles estiverem com pouco HP, é só usar a caixa e apagar eles do mapa.
You bet. We were the ones who went and got the Blood Branch Coral that one time after all.
Ah, ok.
You. So you.
What's wrong?
Nothing. If what you say is true, then I'm sure you'll be able to conquer the three border towers quite easily. Also, there are a few things I need to explain to you.
Ok.
According to what I have read, the fundamental purpose of the Watatsumi Goryo Matsuri is to use the serpent god's life force to awaken its second familiars, the Senga Coralia.
Pólipos, sangue.
They are creatures that break down
Sangue
raw,
pólipos.
primitive elemental energy into the milder elemental energy of the human realm. The giant coral is a symbol that the Sangha Coralia have been awakened by the serpent's blood.
Ok.
The mass awakening of the Sangha Coralia causes a transformation in the ecological environment of Enkonomiya.
Makes sense. Even if you took away the darkness and the monsters, Enkonomiya would still look pretty different now with all the new plants and aura around.
Things are even more complicated than usual this time. The darkness from the Void Realm seems to be
Realize o
suppressing
reino
things in the
humano,
light realm
deixando-os
and the human
paralisados.
realm, causing them to come to a standstill.
Ela é bonita.
You may need to use the power of the Bokuso box
Eu
to
gostaria de ver os
dispel
olhos
the
dela, cara.
darkness and allow the ecological transformation to continue.
Ok.
Please, try to solve the problem using the Bokuso box.
Leave it to
I'll
me.
wait for an update for you under the statue over there.
Ah, ok. Ah, me deixa terminar essa missão, cara.
We're way behind schedule.
Que desafio. Tá pulando pra cá, então deve ser alguma coisa por aqui. Isso aqui? Olha! Ok. Eu tenho que chegar aqui, usar a caixa e fazer o desafio, é isso?
Shine down.
Ok.
No touching. Wow, it worked.
Bom.
Let's go back and tell Sumi.
Nice, baú.
Treasures are a cause for
Olá. Sumi.
It seems that you have mastered the Bokuso box.
Sim, eu sou o mestre da caixa agora.
Let me tell you about the ultimate purpose of this operation.
Ok, Paimon toda feliz.
As I said, we need to proceed to the 3 towers on Enkonomiya's borders.
Uhum.
They're towers of the void, restored to their original form by a certain abyss adherent.
Óbvio.
Abyss adherent?
É o carinha de fogo, né? Provavelmente.
He's a purveyor of incessant nonsense. Somehow he found out about the 3 realms and the 3 corners.
É um tagarelo incessante, é ele mesmo.
Abyssal technology. Then he started disseminating abyssal energy using the towers. This caused great suffering for both the Sangha Coralia and the Bathismal bishops. I
Saquei.
don't know why he's doing this. For us, the abyss is highly toxic.
Us?
For them, intoxicating is more the word. Addictive, but still destructive. Maybe he just likes to toy with people and stab them in the back.
Pra falar a verdade, sim.
Paimon knows exactly who you're talking about.
Exatamente.
You know him? Then it seems we have a common enemy.
Oh, you bet we do.
To get rid of the darkness, you need to climb to the very top of the Towers of the Void and activate the Light Realm Chisel, which will let in the energy of the Light Realm.
Ok.
Enkonomiya, the ley lines of the human realm, the elemental currents of the Light Realm, and the dark currents of the Void Realm are all exceptionally strong. Also, I only performed the Sento ceremony going off the steps in the book, but I believe the key to the ceremony is the statue in front of us. You can offer crystals of Light Realm energy to it to increase the Bokuso box's power.
Ah,
Also, resting here can restore the box's energy.
ok.
Please, take this hand-drawn map. I've marked out the locations of the 3 towers for you. You'll need to explore one step at a time, and I'd recommend you start with this tower.
Ok. Beleza.
Well, that's as much help as I can offer you. I'll be waiting here for the good news.
Tô livre? Aham. Beleza, agora eu tô livre. Detalhes do evento. Oh. Uou. Uau, ok. Ah, já tá liberado esse aqui também. Tá liberado tudo pra poder fazer, que eu posso fazer? Ah, ok. Esse aqui tá bloqueado, desbloqueia quando eu fazia a parada, né? Eu venho aqui e falo com a estátua, não é isso? Recuperar a caixa. Beleza. Oferecer para a estátua. Eu tenho alguma coisa para oferecer? Ah, tenho. Ah! Ah, ok. Que da hora. Até o 15, né? Beleza. Ok. Ok. Bom, galera, é isso aí. Vou parar por aqui esse vídeo, mas eu vou continuar depois. Assim que rolar alguma coisa nova, eu volto aqui nesse mesmo vídeo. Mas, né, eu vou dar uma pausa. Porque eu não pretendia gravar. Então é isso aí. Bom, né? Eu vou ver se eu faço alguma dessas paradas aqui. Né, pra já ir liberando. Que tem isso aqui também pra fazer. Pra depois liberar isso aqui. Também tem a missão daqui. Eu vou ver o que, é que eu posso fazer sem ser completando isso aqui. Porque isso aqui eu acho que eu vou ter que gravar. Parece interessante pra gravar, então é isso aí. Vejo vocês daqui a pouco.
All set. Now we can climb on up. The first one is done. But the abyssal energy that was released when the towers connected doesn't seem to be disappearing. The darkness is infiltrating the land and causing changes in the surrounding area. We should go check it out if we have time. Yep. Seems like there's no easy fix to get rid of the darkness. The surrounding area has changed again. But it'll be no big deal for us. Right? Should we go straight back and see Sumi, or sort out the changes around here first?
E aí, galera do YouTube, tudo bom com vocês? Bem-vindo a mais um vídeo de Genshin Impact. E eu acho que hoje, talvez, nós finalmente terminemos o evento aí dessa nova área. Isso aqui. Porque, faltam 28 dias, talvez apareça mais coisa pra fazer, mas no momento... Carrega. Eu já fiz tudo aqui, tudo aqui, tudo daqui. A tal árvore lá já tá no nível máximo, que é o 15. E só tá faltando isso aqui, ó, que eu não sei, 5 de 6, eu não sei o que é isso. Ah, deve ser aquela paradinha que usa a pedra pra aprimorar, né? Talvez eu tenha uma pedra, vou até olhar. Mas, né, eu já liberei... Deixa eu botar aqui logo. Eu já liberei tudo que tinha, não tem mais nada. Então, é isso aí, vamos continuar. Com a Miko. Miko! E aí, Miko? Deixa eu ver se eu tenho a última pedra necessária pra isso. Eu não lembro. Qual é? Aí tem a última pedra. Pronto. Até isso aqui tá no máximo também. Pronto. Beleza, vamos falar aqui com a... Como é que é o nome dela? Sumi. E aí, Sumi?
Sumi, we did it!
I can tell. It looks like all 3 towers have been successfully taken care of.
Exato.
The evacuation is now going much more quickly, thanks to the improved environmental conditions. most of the soldiers have gotten out. But it seems like something happened that I hadn't foreseen.
Ok.
Please, come with me.
Ok. Dokoye. Cheguei. E aí, qual o problema?
There's darkness churning inside the
Oxê!
Makoshi.
Logically speaking, all of Enkanomiya should be back to normal by now. Unfortunately, this place has now become the most dangerous of all. I don't know why this is happening or what to do about it. But what I can tell you is the location of the guy behind all of this.
Acho que eu sei quem é.
Ask you to confront him and make him reveal his whole plan.
How did this happen?
I've been observing the flow of the darkness and I've noticed something peculiar. There was a faint vortex continuously absorbing the darkness. I can only assume that the flow must be triggered by his need for abyssal energy. He's extremely dangerous. Even most bishops would be no match for him.
O que ele merece, não se preocupe, ele está desejando muito que dê uma lição.
Music to my ears. Thank you. If I have deduced correctly, he should be in the library area right now.
Ok. Vamos dar uma palavrinha com o nosso Abismage das Trevas de Fogo. Faz um bom tempo que eu não enfrento ele. Pera, apareceu novo. Não tinha esse daqui não. Do nada, só porque eu falei com ela apareceu mais. Mas eu não preciso de mais. Tá um dano bom. Tá um dano bom. E aí, parça? It's been a long time, huh? Talk to me.
Oh, hey.
O jeito que ele fala.
I would say this is a nice surprise, but it's really not that surprising. Look at you, venturing out into the darkness, doggedly fighting your way through just to come and see me.
Esse bicho. Eu gostei desse cara, mano.
The only person I can think of who could actually pull that off. Still, what's with you joining forces with them? Didn't expect that.
You're just trying to stall for time and small talk again.
Huh. I guess maybe you're not so clued up after all. Look, I understand that seeing me has gotten you a little agitated, but frankly, the fact that you're still so fired up and raring to go after the long journey here is a bit of a problem for me.
Huh.
So, let's burn off that excess energy with a little exercise,
Sério?
huh? Just to calm you down enough to hear me out.
Esse bicho. Eu vou ter que enfrentar ele?
From the ashes.
Next on the agenda, born of emerge.
Segura essa.
Let's light it up. We're way behind schedule.
Ô, fera, tá quase morrendo. Qual é?
Right here, right now. Is that all?
Seria bom um personagem de água aqui agora. Mas eu não tenho, fera. O que houve?
No touching. This is long overdue.
Toma aí esse aqui. Toma esse.
Don't worry, I got this. Everybody stand. Next on the agenda.
Caraca, por que meu time inteiro tá morrendo?
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Benny's adventure team.
Caraca, por que meu time tá morrendo tanto, mano? Por que meu time tá morrendo, cara? Caraca, homem, o que foi que houve?
Life is flashing before my eyes. That woman with the slender pupils, what does she call herself?
How do you know about her?
Her name, what is it?
She calls herself Sumi.
That reptilian seems to be doing a pretty good job of human imitation. Makes sense, doesn't it? The Baptismal bishops are a high
Eu suspeitei.
fast evolving evolving kind. There have been legends about this for over 1,000 years now. The Bishop people.
Bishop people? Huh. Sounds like the kind of nickname Paimon comes up with all the time.
Well, this one comes from an old Enkanomian legend. When the Baptismal Bishops were defeated, they began evolving to survive. That is to say, they imitated the victors. Eventually, this gave rise to a line of bishops who were indistinguishable from humans except for their pupils. These were the Bishop people. The story goes that they gradually infiltrated Enkanomiya and took over many high-ranking positions. Remind you of anyone?
We did hear that Sumi's pupils are vertical.
Yep. In good lighting, you can see that Reptile's pupils are thin, vertical lines. That's hard evidence that she's betrayed you right there.
But she's been helping us.
She is just using you to get revenge on me. I mean, I betrayed them first. I formed an alliance with the bishops. I said I'd plunge all of Enkanomiya into darkness so they could send their elites into the Dainichi Mikoshi and rescue their captive kin. In return, they'd allow the Abyss Order safe passage through their territory and help me rebuild the Three Towers.
Huh.
But they didn't know that the darkness of the Abyss was a terrible poison to elemental beings.
So, they thought you had betrayed them?
I mean, I totally did betray them. To be fair, it'd be pretty humiliating for the Abyss Order if we unleashed the power of the Abyss on them and they were just frolicking around with no side effects.
You are pure evil!
Well, here's where we are now. Once she's done with you, she'll use the power of the Dainichi Mikoshi to suppress the Sangha Coralia and create darkness to protect the bishops. They are probably diving down into the depths to rescue their imprisoned companions as we speak. It won't be long before the source of Blood Branch Coral is completely cut off.
Poor Baptismal bishops. But still.
If you still want to save Watatsumi Island, you're gonna have to hurry.
Esse bicho é
You
sacana.
can use the mechanism I left behind to guide the light and dispel the darkness in the Dainichi Mikoshi.
We don't believe a single word that comes out of your mouth!
Na verdade, eu acredito.
Oh, come on, guys. Do you honestly have another choice? This is just another fruitless trip to Enkanomiya for me at this point. But no biggie. I'm just a marginal figure in the order.
Esse bicho.
Unlike those who are falling over themselves to serve our highness, I'm interested in more inconsequential things. Ooh, yikes. I think I'm all out of time here. I'd better go. I would say, see ya, but I probably won't. Here, I've got a parting gift for you. It's something I picked up at the Dainichi Mikoshi.
Esse bicho é foda. Oh.
This looks like part of the same set as the one that Kokomi gave us. Wait, now's not the time for that. Oh,
Já foi.
so angry, he got away again. Can't trust that guy, even if he sounds like he's making sense. So, let's go back to Tsumi and ask her about all this.
Ok, agora deixa eu curar meu boneco, meu Bennett primeiro, né? Caramba, homem, quase que morreu meu time inteiro. O bicho é sinistro. Vamos lá falar com ela. Ela tá aqui embaixo? Não, não tá aqui embaixo. Cadê ela?
Oh no, Tsumi's gone. We couldn't have missed her on the way here. Come on, it's okay. Don't be sad. On the bright side, most of the soldiers have been successfully evacuated. If any bishops did come through here just now, at least no one will have gotten hurt. Even though, just thinking about that guy drives Paimon nuts. It seems we've got no choice but to give what he said a shot.
Yes, let's go. Time. Oh. Time to shine. E vamos lá, clarear tudo. Luz. Cutscene. Uou. E nossa senhora, que lindo.
I'm unshocked. It actually worked. For once, he didn't lie to us.
Eu acho que ele nunca mentiu, na verdade. Puta merda. Na verdade, ele nunca realmente mentiu pra nós. Realmente.
Maybe with his sneaky way of explaining things, he doesn't have to. Why does Paimon feel like you two have reached some sort of mutual understanding?
Eu gosto dele, cara.
Not okay.
O cara é da hora.
Ichi Mikoshi should be accessible again now. Let's get down there and see.
O cara é da hora, mano. Posso fazer... Deixa eu ver, dá pra ver de longe como é que ficou a parada? Ah, pensei que ia estar com alguma parada de raio laser de cima, mas não tá não. Vamos lá. Prontinho, estou aqui. Vamos ver como é que tá a situação. Será que eu vou ter que matar algum bicho?
Oh, looks like we need to write this thing down.
Ok. Simbora. E aí, ai? Como é que tá a vida? Eu vou ter que matar esses dois lagartos de novo, será? Não, né? Me disse que eu não tenho que matar esses dois bichos, cara. Não, não. E nenhum outro tipo de lagarto.
And dangerous ones by the looks of it.
Ah.
Still no sign of Tsumi though.
We're way behind schedule.
Easy.
No touching.
Easy.
After a careful head count, it seems like the baby bishops aren't here anymore. Guess they got rescued.
Oh.
If the Baptismal bishops really did come down here, that means that guy was telling the truth.
Ele nunca mentiu.
So, Tsumi really is a bishop person?
Eu já sabia
But I
disso.
still haven't seen her anywhere. Where the heck is she? Whatever. Let's head back up.
Ok. Você e Paimon retornam para a parte superior de Dainichi Mikoshi. E...
It's Tsumi!
Olha aí.
What is she doing in front of the Dainichi Mikoshi?
Since you came back, I'm curious to know. Did our rescue operation succeed?
Some baby bishops were rescued before we got there, but the old and weak bishops went back in the water to hide after we defeated the elites. Tsumi, are you really a bishop person?
I have no intention of explaining anything. Although I can communicate with you, I know all too well that interaction with humans can only end in betrayal. The conflict between our two kinds will go on forever. Before I leave, I'm going to destroy this light.
É.
Do not come any closer, and don't even think about trying to sneak up on me. This tower seems to hear my wishes. I just need to think the thought and it will change its brightness. And if I so desire, it will collapse before me. With the cognitive equivalent of a click of the fingers, I could destroy this source of great pain for the bishops. So why can't I do it?
Oh no. This is way more serious than losing access to the Blood Branch Coral. What are we gonna do?
It's...
Completou, gente.
It's a pendant in the shape of... Are those 3 entwined snakes?
This pendant has been with me for as long as I can remember. Why does it fit with your 2 pieces? Don't be ridiculous. Are you trying to say that I...
Paimon doesn't understand. This one is Kokomi's, this one is from the Dainichi Mikoshi, and Sumi's has been with her all along.
Você é da ilha
I
Watatsumi.
grew up with the bishops. My only possessions were this pendant and a few boxes of books. I learned human language and writing from them. But not long after that, Enkonomiya was left without a single human being. It became completely empty. Only recently did I finally have the chance to make contact with humans and learn what the things I'd read in the books really meant.
Sumi?
There's a saying in your human books that I never understood until right now. People belong where they are born, but creatures belong where they are fed.
Hã?
I am a bishop, not a human. So I'm going back to where I belong. I guess the Dainichi Mikoshi isn't my concern. But we'll be back one day.
Ok.
Sumi is gone. Why did she suddenly change her mind in the end? Right! Kokomi will have definitely anticipated this possibility. That would be why she gave us the pendant fragment in the first place.
Não sei, talvez.
Everything's resolved here. Let's go back and tell her.
Ok, ok. Podemos teleportar automaticamente, né? Pra não ter que ir andando. Ah, tudo bem. Eu vou deixar pra enfrentar ela quando resetar o dia. Pra contar pro negócio de gasto diário de resinar.
You successfully worked with a shrine maiden named Tsumi to clear the darkness. But then there was an unexpected change at the Dainichi Mikoshi. Is that so?
Yeah, that's right. But after that is where things started to get all kinds of weird.
Aí você conta pra ela. I see.
Really?
Sorry, Kokomi. Paimon feels kind of bad that we ended up giving your pendant away.
There's no need to apologize. As I said, Watatsumi Island has no further need for it. It's a relic from back in the very beginning when the Watatsumi Omikami reorganized the court and reformed Enkanomiya. The 3 pendants were given to the Dainichi Mikoshi, the Sangonomiya line, and the vassals of Watatsumi. The original intention was that the common folk, the officials, and the divine vassals would all hold each other accountable. But today, only the common folk have flourished while the other 2 bloodlines have declined. So the pendant is of little use anymore.
Funny you should say vassals. One of the soldiers seemed to think that Sumi was one of those. But actually, her vertical pupils meant that she was a reptile. She fooled us all.
That's not true. Vassals of Watatsumi typically take on a half-human, half-snake form, symbolizing that they are the familiars of our serpent god.
Oh.
At least, they used to. Over time, the vassals gradually became identical to humans, all except for the pupils of their eyes. But bishop people and reptilians, they're pure fiction. There is no evidence for their existence anywhere among Sangonomiya's classified documents.
Oh, so Sumi isn't actually a bishop?
The Watatsumi Omikami exhausted its power to create Watatsumi Island, and after that, it grew weaker and weaker. No more vassals of Watatsumi
Ela é a
were
última?
born after that. But the records do mention the very last of the vassals. All our hopes were placed onto her. She was going to be the one who could communicate between the bishops and the humans. But when she was just an infant girl, she and her guardian shrine maiden were attacked by bishops
Oh,
at the border of Enkanomiya. Her whereabouts have been unknown ever since.
Sumi, essa tá
Most believe she
sacerdotisa.
died that day, but some believe she was raised by the bishops. The people of Watatsumi owe a great debt of gratitude to the vassals of Watatsumi. Now that the bishops and Watatsumi Islanders no longer have a territorial dispute, I sincerely hope that she will find her way to where she belongs. Wherever that is for her.
What a story.
Pula.
Still, now that we know how Blood Branch Coral works, I, as Divine Priestess of Sangonomiya, may need to think of a new way to counteract the Holy Soil phenomenon. For the time being, however, the issue
Está resolvido
is
tudo
resolved,
graças a você.
and all thanks to you.
Isso quer dizer que eu terminei o
Watatsumi Island will
evento?
have peace for many decades to come.
Tô livre?
Can't thank you enough.
Aí, acho que não tem mais nada pra fazer, não. Aí, finalmente, finalmente tô livre do evento, cara. Nossa senhora. Não exatamente livre, né? Completa o chamado no modo de dificuldade normal ou superior. Difícil ou superior. Vamos tentar fazer o extremo em co-op, tem como? Vamos lá, vamos lá. Pera, como é que tá minha ganil? E lá, vamos nós. Tem como colocar em co-op? Eu adoraria fazer isso em co-op. Vamos ver. Não tem como fazer em co-op, que triste. Vamos ver. Dificuldade extremo. Bora. Manda. Vamos tentar de novo. Dessa vez sem a Yai. Porque a Yai não consegue dar dano no ataque básico não. Que é uma merda. Dessa vez eu tenho que baixar a vida dos dois e depois matar eles. Baixar a vida do dielétrico. Cadê ele? Aí eu mato...
Next on the agenda. Next on the agenda. Next on the agenda.
Beleza, agora tô à frente. Vem cá.
Teamwork is strength.
Off we go.
Everybody stand back. Sakura swirl.
Adventure time.
Toma, mais um.
Off we go. Teamwork is strength. Whirling snow.
Era isso que eu devia ter feito antes, fera. Muito mais fácil. Ai, ai. Vem cá. Ah, já era. Pronto? Pronto. É isso aí, galera. Completei isso aqui. Nice. E completei isso aqui. Prontinho. Evento de economia sombria. Quer dizer, o evento do portal da oferenda dos 3 reinos concluído. Faltando 28 dias ainda. Mas isso aí, quando aparecer alguma coisa nova, eu volto com vocês. Até lá. Esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui. Vejo vocês no próximo episódio de Genshin Impact. Valeu. Falou.